Alright, we're gonna head back towards the nature trail and go back up. Maybe see some deer on the way back to the camper. Buggy decided he didn't want to take the nature trail up that way. He wanted to walk towards the lake. So that's why we came that way. But the nature trail goes on further. And then here you got some, I'm walking over here, but I gotta be careful. Some cacti. Oh, somebody left a hat. In somebody's fire pit, they left a mess. So now we're back on the nature trail. Buggy's like, I'm over this walk, Ma. This is the first time we've been on this trail, so he's probably took it out. But it's a nice, quiet park. People are very friendly. Out of all the parks we've been to, we'll definitely be back to this one next year. Instead of 2 weeks, we're going to do a full month here, most likely. They have these, this path is really nice. The other one that I've walked on is, they don't have as much of the wood chips down on it, and it's on the other side, so it's closer to the rocky beach that the dogs are free to walk on. We've been down there quite a few times, and that's where I picked up the shells and took pictures earlier. But yeah. No, buggers, we're not going over there. So, but they've got picnic tables all the way out through here. This is the road we came in on. And we'll cross it up here before we go into the other side, and you'll see the gate that you have to go through because it's the military campground, so you have to have a military ID to get in. And I think that's why it's so much better and so much quieter. They have all the people usually get together and have bonfires every other night or so and just hang out and talk. Getting to the section that has a little bit more of the wood chips on it, they just put fresh on it. And of course you see all the cypress trees, and so this has got to be really pretty in the spring. We've seen a deer coming down a doe. I don't know if she'll still be up here. And the bucks still have their horns on here. There's quite a few bucks in here. So Buggy really doesn't bark at the deer. He's just kind of looked and walked on by them. Same with the ducks. Looks like she moved on. She was right in here when we came through. We're getting closer to the road that we have to cross to come in. Oh, there's a deer. I've seen the white tail flying. Beautiful, beautiful. Is it? No, that's not them. One of the people we met are pulling out today. But yeah. Just a beautiful area though. Oh, see, there goes a buck right there. I don't know if you can see him, but we'll be up there in a little bit so you can see him. He stopped running. Oh, there he goes running though. After the doe. Oh, there's 2 does up there. That's why. Oh, there's another doe. He must have been all up by the gate. There you go, 6 of them. I see running. That's the gate to get in. Not going that way, darling. We are pulling out of here on Friday. Nope, they're not that way either. I guess there's another person pulling right into our spot. So, nope, not that way either. Oh, there's a couple of them running. See, here they go again. But there's a couple good trails. Nope, not that way. We'll keep going. Gonna walk to the other side of the lake, buddy. You're gonna be tired. But this is the other nature trail that's heading towards the... Oh, I don't know if you got that one. I wasn't quick enough. Butters, what are you doing? He's like, Mom, you walked me too far. Not going that way, love. The buck is up there. I can't zoom in enough because of the trees. And as you can see, there's one of their paths. Where you going, Butters? These paths are quite long. Hey, that's a cactus. You don't want to step there, love bug. But it's kind of nice to just take a morning stroll and see all the scenery some more. I keep him on a little bit tighter leash when we're out in the trails just in case we come across a snake, though. Haven't seen one yet. Knock on wood. Oh, here's another well-beaten path for the deer. You're doing good. Got some low-hanging wires up here, though. I don't know if the pole came down or if it's just low-hanging wires. Holy cow. But yeah, the path that we're on now is mostly rocks. And as we get further in, closer to the other part, or the other side of the lake, the path will be a lot of rocks. Coming across the little drive that they got, that they can go through to the other side of the park that's open to the public. This side's only open to the military. And then that goes back out to the road that goes to the other part, the other side that's open to the public. Well, we're getting closer to the other side of the lake. As you see, all the stones are most likely from the lake and brought up, or when they cut through this tree fell, obviously. I'm really surprised we haven't come across any of the deer yet, other than the ones that were running when we first hit this trail. This is the trail that I've taken Buggy on quite a few times, because we can go down to the other side of the lake from here and he can be off the leash and playing on by the water. Because there's not a lot of people. I mean, the campground stays pretty full, but there's not a lot of people that venture down to the other side of the lake, because you have to go down through rocks, and sometimes it's a little bit slippery, and there's a lot of older people here, of course, so they just kind of stay up by the campground. So now we're coming out, and you'll be able to see snippets of the lake in between. See here, like this, and it gets a little bit steeper when I start going back up towards the campground. There'll be a nice little climb up, and then there is a walk, like an observatory deck on this one, that you can go up and see the lake. And then there's an observatory deck up by the actual campground, not too actually far from where we camped. You can start to see the lake through the trees. And I'll stop up at the observatory deck and take you out so you can see better side of the lake on this side. Probably won't go down there today though. He's pretty tired already. This is a lot longer walk than we normally take. But I think they have 32 RV slots, if I do remember rightfully, because we're 29 and there's 2 past us. So I think there's 31 or 32 RV spots. And then I do believe there's about 40 trailer, or not 40, but about 30 trailers, and probably 5 or 8 of the little cabins here. And then I'm not sure how many bungalows they have on the other side. Like I said, I haven't really been to that side. As you can see, I mean, it's a lot of cypress. We're coming up on the observatory deck here pretty soon. Buggy seems to like those. But I do have to watch him because when we get to the edge of it, it just drops. So I have to keep a tight rein on his leash so he doesn't fall over. As you see, it's like getting near rockier as we're getting closer, because now I'm going slightly uphill where before I was coming down. And it's all stone. And this was all, I don't even know if it was mined out or if it was, but this lake was not natural. Might have been a smaller natural lake, but they mined it or cut it out and made this big lake. Yay, we're getting closer. Oh, here's a good view. I mean, it's huge. We're on out on a peninsula sort of where the campground is. It juts into it. Okay, here's the observatory deck we'll go out on. Almost done, Butters. I know, you're like, but Mama, the camper's that way. This one, somebody's pulled the seat or something happened. Oh, there's a crane down there right now. But that's the beach that I usually walk with him. And I mean, it goes way over there. And then, of course, that's the side that wraps around to the other beach that we were at. And you can see the stone outline over there. That's probably where we were when I walked out and showed you the lake bed. So, but yeah, we'll do a quick spin. Then we're going to go back up onto the trail. As I said, you're going to see a lot more rock on this side. Planes flying over. They got RV storage here too. So there's a fenced in area with people's RVs that are being stored. And then if you look, there's a gully that goes down towards the lake there. And as you see, it's all rocks. Oh, there's deer up here. Oh no, that wasn't a deer, it was a stump. But yeah, we're getting closer to the place we actually go up into the park. And right coming up right here is where I actually go down one of the spots that I actually take down to the lake. There's 2 that are accessible by the RV park. And I've gone down this one a couple times and the other one a couple times. The other one's closer to the RV, so I've gone down that a couple more times than this one. But this is where I've gone down to the lake. And it has a little start path. And here is where we come back up into the camp. And you'll just see the rocks. It's a little bit of a climb, not too much, but it's harder on the people that can't get around as well as I do. So we're coming back up into the RV park. Yeah. Butters. He's determined to get back to the camper. There's ours. As you can see, they all have a nice little cover over a picnic table. But this has been home for the last week and a half. We look right out on the lake. I'll take you over to the other observatory deck before we take him in. Butterbud. But this is what we see every morning. And it's quite pretty at night because all the lights on the other side of the lake, you can see them. And I guess that's a park over there. I'll zoom in. I guess that's like a park, like another peninsula that shoots out. But it's gorgeous. All right, guys, we will see you later. I'll probably take a little bit of video up on the dam. All right, love you.